Hey guys, I'm Jake. I automated my insurance business to $6 million in annualized volume using no-code tools like Make.com and Zapier. And this recording today is going to be going over how you can build a completely automated lead generation system for your business as well. So for the tools, I'm going to be using Make.com, Appify, and Instantly.ai. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you need to create a new scenario on make.com. In this first scenario, you're going to be using Appify. And the purpose of the Appify scenario is to run a task. So you're going to click run a task. You're going to create a module for Appify. Okay, so my mistake, you're not going to run a task, you're actually going to run an actor. And then once you create your run an actor module, you're going to click the drop down and pick the specific actor that you want to use to scrape those leads. So in this case, I'm going to use the Apollo lead scraper. So Apollo is basically just a, data aggregator website. They collect a lot of, data on businesses, LinkedIn profiles, stuff like that. So that way you can actually use Apollo to, gather your lists of leads. So I'm going to create an Apollo IO actor. And then what you're going to do is you need to map out your parameters. So now if you go back to Appify and you go to the actor that you're trying to run, you can actually see all the different API parameters that you can select from. So for this instance, I want first name, last name, maybe the LinkedIn URL, definitely their job title. So basically what you can do is you can target specific job titles and things like that. So that way when it pulls back that information, it'll be actually targeted leads for you. So now you can see here that I'm in my Apollo account and I'm going to select all of the different criteria that I want for my leads. So I want the email status to be verified and likely to engage. I want to exclude catch-all emails. So basically what a catch-all email is, so if you have like a company domain, for example, those types of domains, they accept all incoming emails, even if that person doesn't still work with the company. If you include catch-all emails, you're more likely to, go to spam. So I usually exclude those. Job titles. So I'm just going to select for this one, I'm going to select founders for just founder for job title. And I think I will target them in New York. Founders in New York. Where did I get? New York. All right. Now I'm going to copy that URL. Okay, so now you can see that I've entered in the JSON string with all of the fields that I want in the actor that I'm going to run. So I put in the search URL, which includes all the different filters that I want, my email, password for my account. Do I want to retrieve the emails? Of course, yes. Include guest emails, true. I want to retrieve 1,000 leads. And so the minimum delay and max delay, the purpose of this is so that way you can tell the bot how many seconds you want to wait before moving on to the next scrape. So if if that delay is too short, you're running the risk of potentially being blocked from Apollo for 24 hours. So you want to make that delay a little bit longer to avoid running into issues like that. Okay, now we're going to run that actor just to test it out. Okay, we got an error. So let's see. Input get emails must be Boolean. Okay, so let's fix that. Okay, so I just took the quotations out of the field where it says true for get email. So let's see if that worked. Okay, all good there. Okay, so right now you can actually see that the actor is running. So we're going to give that some time, let it run, and we're going to build out the second half of our automation. Okay, so this is a new scenario. This one's going to be a little bit longer. So the purpose of this scenario is to actually watch the actor runs. So whenever the bot finishes, this scenario will automatically be triggered. It'll pull all of the contacts from that bot. Then it's going to feed it into ChatGPT. It's going to write a personalized email, and then those personalized emails will automatically be mapped into an instantly.ai campaign. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go back to Appify, and we are going to watch actor runs. Okay, we're going to add a new webhook. We're going to call it Apollo actor run. And then we're going to select the actor, Apollo lead scraper. All right, all good there. All right, so whenever the leads finish scraping, this is automatically going to be triggered. So we're going to go to the next step here, which is get data set items. Okay, so same thing. All right, so this is where you have to map. Basically, you're going to take the fields from the previous step, and then you're going to map them into this one. So you can see here, data set ID. It's going to be down here. Default data set ID is that one. Data transformation clean. Maximum number of items to return. So I believe we were scraping about 1,000 contacts. So it's going to be a limit of 1,000. And then format is going to be JSON. Then we're going to click save. All right, now let's go ahead and test that. So let's do this. So let's run this actor. And then we're going to go back to Appify. And we are going to stop that actor run. So that way we can retrieve that data. So I'm going to click abort. Then we're going to go back to make.com. And then that data should come in any second now. So you can see here, we got the data. So you can see some of those leads were scraped. So that's good. So now we're going to move on to the next step. So when that data is retrieved, it comes back in multiple different bundles. Okay, so when it comes back in multiple bundles like this, you need to basically transform that data into a structure that can be easily mapped into your CRM or whatever, your platform that you're using is. It doesn't necessarily have to be instantly. It could be go high level or something else. In this scenario, we're using instantly, but the same thing applies every single time. So you need to use something called a text aggregator. So I'm going to go to tools. I'm going to go to text aggregator. I'm going to click on that. And then the source module that we're going to select is Appify get dataset items. Okay. And then the text that we're going to select, well, let me pause this for a second. Actually, so better yet, for this module, we don't even necessarily need to run a text aggregator. Now we might want to run something different. So let me look into that real quick. Okay, yeah, so I changed my mind. We are going to do the text aggregator, and that's because we are going to basically aggregate all that data and then run it through ChatGPT to write the personalized messages for each one of those contacts. And then we need to put it back basically into a bundle format to map back into instantly. But that's the good thing about, kind of doing this in real time. So you can kind of see that thought process. So yeah, we're going to go back and we're going to do that. So it's again going to be the text aggregator. We're going to use Amplify 2 as the source module. We're going to click on advanced settings. And as a row separator, I'm just going to use commas. And then, all right. And then, so for down here, I'm basically just going to select all of the fields that I want. So I'm going to select first name, last name. Let's take the LinkedIn URL. I want the title, the job title. Their headline, that's important. So you can write those personalized emails. Obviously going to need their email address. I want state, city, country. All right. So yeah, you get the gist. Now, if you want additional fields like phone number, whatever the case is, whatever makes sense for your business, you can decide whatever, other fields you want to map into that text as well. All right. So now we are going to run that module again, make sure that everything is aggregating properly. All right. Go back to make. All right. Let's wait for a second for that to populate. All good. All right. So this looks good here. So let's move on to the next step. All right. So this next step is a Chat GPT module. And the purpose of this is to actually structure the format of the text aggregator output into basically a way or an array that can then be broken up into different fields that can be fed into your CRM. So there's a kind of a two-step message to ChatGPT. One is the assistant, and then one is the user that actually where you feed in the information from the previous module. So this one right here says, using the following string of text, rewrite everything in a JSON array in this exact format, but include a personalized cold email using any context from their headline to offer them customized private health insurance, and return it in the following format. Then it returns in this format, and then this segment right here is going to be actually the personalized email. And then this is where you map all the text that comes from the text aggregator. Okay, so let's go ahead, save that, and let's test it again. All right, so it's running right now. All right, so the response from ChatGPT just generated. So let's see what the result was. So I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that. All right, so let's see. Let's try that again. All right, so I'm going to try to change the verbiage from cold email to personalized message, because I think ChatGPT might not be a fan of cold email. So let's see if that works. All right, so we're trying this out again. Let's see how this goes. Any day now. ChatGPT, I'm going to pause it and see what's going on. All right, so now you can see that we got all of the field mappings done from the ChatGPT module. So we're all good there. So we can move on to the next step. Now, one thing that you'll notice is the personalization here. It's pretty shitty. That's because I kind of just threw together like a prompt pretty fast. So, to really get the personalization down packed, you really need to work on that prompt a little bit, make sure that, you're being very specific with, how you want that personalization to be. But this is kind of just for, the purpose of demonstration. So you guys know how to do it. All right, the next step is you're just going to add a parse JSON module, and then you're going to map the results from your ChatGPT completion to that parse JSON module. So let's test that out. All right, so we're waiting on ChatGPT to load again. So let's give that a second. All right, so everything is good here. So you can see that it's been mapped into the proper fields using the parse JSON. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add something called an array aggregator. So the array aggregator will allow us to map everything into instantly in a way that it could recognize. So we're going to use the parse JSON module. We are going to select all the fields, which is going to be all of them. All right, and now we're going to run that again, make sure everything looks good. All right, so everything looks good on the side of the array aggregator. So now what we can do is we can start mapping everything in to instantly. So actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to instantly, and I'm going to create a new campaign where I can send all these leads to. All right, so here's my instantly campaign. I'm just going to call it New York campaign as a test. So the sequence here. So what we actually want to do first is we just want to get the leads set into here, and then from there we can start taking the custom fields and mapping them into the email sequences. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a module for instantly, and we're going to add multiple leads to a campaign. Campaign is going to be New York leads. And this part's pretty simple. So you just map everything in. So lead email, first name, last name, so on and so forth. All right. So now we're going to run this again, make sure it works. All right. So you can see everything went through. So let's check on the instantly. So it said leads uploaded was 1. So there's a chance that there may have been an error here. So let's see. Or there's a chance that I could have already had these emails previously. So let's take a look. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, so one lead got added. So let's take a look and see what kind of error that was. So why was there only one leads? All right, let's see if we can fix this. Array email personalization. Okay, so I figured out the issue here. So instead of mapping them one by one, you just map the entire thing. So you go back, you delete this, and then you select the entire array. Okay. So that should get the job done. So let's try this again. All right, so everything is all good now. So you can see here, total sent was 75, leads uploaded 74 because, we had that one that was already in the campaign. So everything should be good now. So let's go back and let's refresh page. So everything should be updating as we speak. So let's see. There we go. All right, so they're all updated. All right. Now let's go to the sequences. Let's make a sequence. Let's make a subject quick question. Now we are going to map in the personalization. Oh, And that'll be right here. And then we're going to preview it. All right, there it is. So then when you go to start the actual campaign, all of those personalized emails will automatically be mapped in from the personalization field that we created with the chat GPT prompt. So that's pretty much it. That's how you create personalized, AI emails at scale. If you have any questions or if you're confused about anything, just drop a comment in the comment section. If there's another automation that you want to see me build, just leave that in the comment section as well. Looking forward to building more automations and showing you guys more things. And yeah, hit the smash the like button. Subscribe. Anything that you can do helps out tremendously. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks.